Good night, teacher in the American Technological University, Gilbert de Soto, Parallel 2, English, dean of the 10 most important historical events in Ecuador. Events 1, Bat of Pichincha. The Bat of Pichincha took place on May 24, sería 1822, due to the confirmation on the slopes of the volcano of Quito in such a way that the trench and wall put an end centuries of Spanish occupation of the city and were made a turning point in the independence of the country. Commanded by General Antonio José de Sucre and the Royal Army led by the Spanish military Melchor Armench. Erin's 2, Bath of the Turkey, the Bath of Turkey took place on February 27th, 1000 age 1000 age 129, where it is a historical date and remembered as the conventions of the war between Peru and Colombia, that war difference between their republics on the placing archived portrait the Turkey near the city of Cuenca, commanded by General Sucre, and as a result of that of Turkey, the Peruvian forces were forced to win for all occupation territory. Events 3. The separation of Ecuador from Gran Colombia. The separation of Ecuador from Gran Colombia took place in 100 age 130 due to the fact that the Court of Notables made in Quito agreed to build a free and independent state which that knows included in the 13th district of Gran Colombia table relations natural reciprocal convenience. The terms of the new Republic Ecuador were summoned to elections of May 331 1,000 age number and 30 events for first creation of the Magna Carta Magna. The first constitution of 100 age 130 is the starting point for the birth of the Republic of Ecuador, which had previously been known as the Kingdom of Quito, the Royal Audience of Quito, and the District of Santa Colombia. The first Magna Carta was drafted in Riobamba and established where such the legislative, executive, and judicial functions. First 5. Marxist revolutions. The Marxist revolutions are also known by several authors as the Marxist revolution or the revolution of 1000 age 45 took place between March 6 and January 27th, 1000 age age, age and fourth fight, and was an armed revolutions movement color that confront the forces in support of President Juan José Flores and the opposition's mass rebel faction. Event 6. Ecuador's economic crisis occurred in 1919 when the imperial functions of the price of all kids and goods in Ecuador. The devaluations of the sugar led the country to the worst economic and migrations crisis as well as to its directions, which is still in force to today. Event 7, COP diet. The COP diet in Ecuador in 2000 was a military event that took place between January 21 and 22 2000 and resulted in the government of President Jamil Mawad, who was replaced by then Vice President Gustavo Noboa. The count was led by the armed forces of Ecuador, ignoring Mawad's constitutional mandate, established and experiment military government towards the Supreme Council of the State under the command of General Cans Mendoza and the decision to call over the governor Noboa. There's age political crisis. The political crisis occurred in the 2005 due to the overnight role of the government of Lucio Gutierrez by a civil military movement known as the revelation of the oils, which caused heap of corruption and treason. Event 9. A visit of Father Francisco. Pope Francis started visit to Ecuador, which took place between July 5 and 8. 275 was by Francis first trip to Ecuador and the second time and Pope has traveled to the South American country following the visit of Pope two in the 1095 events 10 after the elections, Ecuador went through a process of the elections and political, social, economic, and institutional change. During this period in the new 2008 constitutional was used the world fighted the 2008 and 2000 no 2024 the price of oil exit used 100 in the 2025 the country returned into the economic recession, which was accompanied by the article of April 2026. Finish. Thank you, teacher.